Senator from Idaho.
Mr. President, I come to the floor today in strong support of a bill that I have supported from the very beginning, that being the SAVE Act. The Save America Act is common sense. At its core, this legislation is about something very simple, protecting the integrity of our elections. All this bill does is it ensures that U.S. citizens vote in U.S. elections, and that when you show up to vote, you have to prove who you are. That's not too much to ask of someone who's showing up to vote. It's common sense. Now, while it is simple, it is also essential. The right to vote is the foundation of our republic. Trusted, secure elections are what have made us the greatest nation in the world and a beacon of freedom for nearly 250 years. We cannot take this for granted. Across the country, we've seen radical groups weaken election integrity and chip away at Americans' confidence in elections. In some places, voter rolls have been padded with non-citizens, and basic verification methods have become an afterthought, undermining the constitutional rights of the rest of us who are American citizens. The Save America Act puts a stop to this by requiring proof of citizenship when registering to vote, something many states, including my state of Idaho, already enforce. Idaho already has some of the most secure elections in the nation. The Save America Act simply holds the rest of the country to the same standard we follow in the GEM state, thus ensuring that all of us in America are held to the same standard and to an election that is a believable election and has confidence of America. Now, there's been a great deal of misinformation regarding the SAVE Act. So let me state clearly what this act does and does not do. First, the Save America Act does not federalize our elections. It keeps them squarely in the hands of the states, as it should be. Second, some of my Democrat colleagues claim this legislation is voter suppression. That is simply false. The requirements to vote in our elections are clear. You must be a U.S. citizen, at least 18 years old, and a resident of the state where you are registered. That's not too much to ask. It certainly doesn't suppress votes. The Save America Act does not change those requirements or add unnecessary red tape. What it does is ensure that the most fundamental requirement, U.S. citizenship, is actually verified when someone registers to vote. Under current law, individuals can register to vote in federal elections by simply checking a box claiming they are a citizen. The Save America Act closes that loophole by requiring proof of U.S. citizenship at the beginning of the voter registration process. It only needs to be done once. That is not voter suppression. It is basic election integrity. Third, Democrats are arguing that requiring identification makes voting harder. But Americans already show identification for countless activities in routine daily life. We needed to drive a car. We needed to board an airplane. We needed to go to work for a job, and so much more. If we expect ID for these basic actions, it's only reasonable to expect that proof of citizenship before someone is allowed to participate in federal elections. Poll after poll shows that the vast majority of Americans, Republicans and Democrats and independents, support requiring identification and proof of citizenship to vote. So let's do our job and vote for what the American people want. Every American should have confidence that when they cast a ballot, their vote counts and is not diluted by non-citizens voting in the same election. The Save America Act ensures that that's what happens. Safeguarding our elections is not only common sense, it is integral for a country like the United States of America that is a robust democracy have in order for people to have confidence in the country. That's why I'm committed to doing what it takes to pass the Save America Act. I'm proud to support this bill and work with my Republican colleagues to get it to the President Trump's desk to be signed into law. Thank you, Mr. President.